Good evening. This is meeting will come to order. It's a regular meeting of the City Council as incorporated in the annual meetings notice of 2014, which was filed in the City Clerk's office and posted on the bulletin board on December 27, 2013. Sent to the Star Ledger and Golden News Tribune, all in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise and ask Councilman Carlos Torres of the First Ward to lead us in a pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Almighty God, as we legislate for our community, may a strong sense of justice and fair play permeate all that we do. Above all, may we seek out your holy will. Give us the strength to follow it, regardless of all human consideration. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we move on to public speaking, I'm going to yield the floor to Councilman Torres, who's got a presentation to make. While we're waiting for the presentation, Councilman, I'm sorry. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Perkins Dustin, Councilman Questa, Councilman Torres,
Here.
Councilman Gonzalez,
Here.
Councilman Keenan, Councilman Sedan, Councilman Goldman,
Here.
Councilman Mazza,
Here.
President Corcoran.
Here, 6 members present. Yeah, Councilman.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to ask Ms. Thelma Williams and Diane Leverett to come forward, please.
Let me move that to Councilman.
Good evening, everyone. See, here at City Council, we like to recognize, again, individuals or organizations that do great work in our community. Today we had Ms. Diane Leverett and Thelma Williams. Several years ago, they were diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. But they didn't just sit home and do nothing. They decided that they wanted to educate the residents, educate people, and try to find a cure for this disease. So 3 years ago, I believe, they participated in a walk in Clark, New Jersey. There are over 2 million people worldwide affected with this disease. So again, they weren't going to take this sitting down, so they decided to participate in this walk, and I believe they raised over $130,000 from just the Clark division. Their team, which is called Thelma and Diane's MS Walk, had over 70 participants. I think they had the largest group there. They get around another round of applause for that also. So Diane and Thelma, we in City Council would like to recognize you for participating in the multiple sclerosis walk and commend you for your dedication to helping those individuals impacted by multiple sclerosis. This certificate of resolution to be spread upon the minutes of City Council, and the certificate copy will be sent to you, Diane, and Thelma. So again, thank you for all that you've done and continue to do for this cause, and we here at the City Council support you. Thank you again.
Yeah, I wanna, say to Carlos, it was a last minute thing. I wanna present him this, for me and Diane, I wanna present him this, because it was a last minute thing that he also still came out and worked with us. So I wanna, present him this picture for coming out with us.
Absolutely.
As the President of the City Council, and on behalf of the rest of the members of the City Council, I want to thank Diane Lavaretta Duffy, Doty, and Donald Williams for all your efforts in the MS Walk. Continue to do work. Thank you very much, ladies. This time, I'm going to open, thank you, Mr. Kerry. At this time, I'm going to call up public speaking, and want to wish any taxpayer or resident of the City of Elizabeth to walk up to the podium and discuss any issues. Please state your name and address for the record. Is there any member of the city public who wishes to address the council? Please come up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Alexandra from 78 Broad Street.
Do me a favor, can you turn the microphone towards you? There you go.
Repeat what I said?
I didn't hear you.
Okay. My name is Alice Camacho. I'm from 78 Broad Street. Came because I thought that the one bill was resolved, supposedly. I don't know what exactly is going on. I know and understand everything besides all the contracts supposedly. But how much is that going to take for people to get their services?
I can answer that question. The mayor and the management of the properties is in negotiations with the New Jersey Finance and Mortgage Association and Trent. They're having a meeting in the next couple of weeks because they're trying to change the your leases to allow each property, each resident, okay, to not have to pay water anymore. Okay, it'll be part of the rent that you're already paying. But in order for that to happen, the New Jersey Mortgage Finance has to sign off on it, and they've been reluctant so far. So the mayor has requested that they come to Elizabeth and they're going to sit down and try to hash this out and reach an agreement, right? But that is happening. I just want you to know it's not forgotten.
Because I received one today where I have to be up by 16.
Why do you have to be on that?
But what if
You, all right, Councilman, maybe after the meeting, if you talk to them, hopefully we can address that concern, okay?
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Good evening, my name is Timothy Gadd, I live on 20 Bond Street. I'm very interested in to know, I don't know if this is part of the Sandy Fund or not, but I would like to know, is there anything in process of the waterfront getting rebuilt, platform on the waterfront?
It's being built now, Mr. Jackson.
Okay,
The whole waterfront's under construction. If you haven't had a chance to walk down there, it's actually a very impressive site. They're putting a whole brand new boardwalk, new bulkhead. It's hopefully going to get done soon.
all right, thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming out tonight. Anyone else? Any other member of the public who wishes to address the council, please come forward.
I see there's a former librarian, Mr. Housing Elder, in the public library.
Thank you.
what it is. And I see nothing but smiles on the faces of people that are doing shopping, that come here to live, shop homes. In comparison to other cities like Elizabeth. And one of the things that people don't realize is that when you have a mixture of people from different countries, different cultures, it's very hard to manage a city with that type of melting pot. I'm from New York City, from Harlem, South Bronx, and I know what it takes. And what's happened here in St. Elizabeth is close to a miracle, but what it is that it's hard work, dedication, commitment that you council people have done in this city. This city should be when people mention the state of New Jersey, they should come here and see what you guys have done. Secondly, I'd like to thank, on behalf of Sal Capital, my friend. I'd like to thank Trinidad Hospital for their caring plan. Had they not taken care of them the way they did, Sal Capital would not be with us today. I would also like to thank Mayor Bowles. Without Mayor Bowles, I really don't think that the hospital would have garnered all the kinds of help that Sal needed. Mayor Bowles did a very good job with his name. And need I forget, under Mayor Bowles' leadership, this city is a great city. I have no complaint about his name. This is why he's been mayor for so long. He started as a coach in helping people, and to this very day, you can come to Elizabeth with nothing and come away with something. I don't care who you are or what you are. One of the reasons I came here is not because it's specifically regarding my friend Frank Massey. To be quite honest with you,
Mr. White, I can't refer to a councilman by name. You can refer to him as a board councilman, that's fine.
Ward 6 Council. I have done a lot of work in the 6th Ward. And there has been a lot of changes within the 6th Ward that needed leadership. I don't like to publicly condone somebody for their leadership or lack of it within the 6th Ward. But we have a gentleman by the name of Mr. Tass to run against Frank Massey.
Don't use your name, sir.
Again, my apologies.
Go ahead.
I'm 73 years old, and I made 73 last month. I've been around the block more than once. It is my feeling that the 6th Ward has a lack of leadership. And we need leadership back into the 6th Ward. One other thing. Our police director, Costco, has done an outstanding job. When I first came here, 3rd Street, 4th Street, 2nd Street was a market cross. We had a lot of shootings. But what bothered me most is that the Board of Education created the atmosphere for young people to call themselves gangs. We call them wannabes. There are no gangs in Elizabeth. The problem here is that there is no discipline within the Board of Education and the high schools. And if you guys remember, we had...
Mr. White, you have one more minute.
One more minute. We had to have half of our police department escort these kids home. Elizabeth does not have gangs. I'm from Harlem in the South Bronx. I know the gang well playing. Costco has been doing a tremendous job in the city, and he, I believe, will continue to do so. But once again, I'd like to thank you people, the council people,
Not often we get people come up here and thank us for all the work we do, so I appreciate it. Is there any members of the audience wishing to address the council? Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. We have no public hearings tonight, and with the consent of my colleagues, we're going to dispense with reading petitions, communications, and report to city officers. We're going to move on to ordinances on first reading.
Ordinance number 4465, authorize the adoption of a bond ordinance in the amount of $800,000 with a down payment of $40,000 for the acquisition of the Bakeway Polish home.
We've heard a reading of ordinance number 4465. What is your pleasure?
Move. Order for a vote, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Any remarks? Yes, Mr. President. Councilman Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I hope to get the support of council tonight to adopt this ordinance so that we can move ahead with the acquisition of the Bakeway Polish home. As you all know, I have been working very diligently to advocate so that we can purchase this Polish home so that we can create some more opportunities for our youth here in the city of Elizabeth and the Bakeway area. And with that, I'd like to thank everyone in advance for their support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else? I know Councilman Nelson Gonzalez has been working hard for the last year, moving forward to try to acquire this property. And I know with this and Jordan Field together will become a future site of a very nice and modern recreational area. And I commend you for taking care of the young folks in the Bakeway area so that they can also enjoy the great recreational facilities. Congratulations, Councilman. Roll call.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan? Councilman Ballman? Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Corvo.
Aye, 6 ayes, ordinance passes on first reading. Public hearing and further consideration of foregoing ordinance shall take place at the City Council meeting to be held on Tuesday, May 27, 2014, at 2 p.m., which is Youth and City Government Day. We'll now move on to ordinances on final passage, which we have none, and we're going to move on to new business. I need a motion at this point to suspend the rules.
So motion.
Moved by Councilman Gollman, seconded by Councilman Gonzalez. Roll call.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan?
Aye.
Councilman Ballman?
Aye.
Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Corvo.
Aye.
The letter is dated May 12, 2014, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to J.W. Kennedy Fire Protection, Trenton, New Jersey, for the furnishing of a quick attack pickup truck for the fire department at the base bid price of $149,962, and the recommended option costs are for one trailer car parket, one aluminum cart, 8 nozzles and attachments, 4 foam jet pumps, 1 generator, and 1 pair of hose bridges at a cost of $28,955, totaling $178,917.
You've heard reading of the resolution. What's your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Just so that everybody knows, from what I understand, this is a very important piece of equipment that the fire department desperately needs, and we didn't want to hold this thing up for a couple of weeks. God forbid they needed it in some uneventful fire that might come up over the next couple of weeks. So I agreed to put this on as a suspension of the rules. Roll call, please.
Councilman Torres? Councilman Gonzalez? Councilman Keenan? Councilman Ballman? Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Corvo.
Aye. Resolution passes. Move on to new business.
Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 capital budget in the amount of $800,000. Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 budget to insert as an item of revenue accounting of Union Municipal Alliance grant in the amount of $73,408.99. Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 budget to insert as an item of revenue accounting of Union Night Watch Program grant in the amount of $11,000. Authorize fiscal year 2014 municipal and sewer utility budget transfers in the amount of $486,800. Authorize the proper city officials to submit a request to the Director, Division of Local Finance, to make corrections in the city's 2014 fiscal year municipal budget to account for change of title or text of appropriation approved subsequent to the adopted budget. In compliance with State Fiscal Year 2014 Appropriations Act, City Council is requested to approve all payments related to accumulated uncompensated absence benefits. Confirm the following reappointments and appointments to the Board of Adjustment. Commissioner Elizabeth Cano to serve as alternate number 1 to fill the unexpired term of Commissioner Reverend Dr. Larry E. Dixon. Commissioner Orlando P. Galvez to serve as alternate member number 2 to fill the unexpired term of Commissioner Elizabeth Cano. Commissioner Charles Robert Backless to serve as alternate member number 3 to fill the unexpired term of Commissioner Orlando P. Galvez. Mr. Ricardo Sosa to serve as alternate number 4 to fill the unexpired term of Commissioner Charles Robert Backless. Authorize the renewal of the voluntary long-term disability program through Lincoln Financial Group, Omaha, Nebraska, to city employees and their families through payroll deductions for the period May 1, 2014 to May 1, 2017 at no cost to the city.
Heard reading the resolution. Heard reading the resolution, what is your pleasure? Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President. Moved and second. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan? Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Corrigan.
Aye, all resolutions passed.
Authorize the renewal of a voluntary payroll deduction program for personal accident, indemnity, and personal short-term disability income protection through American Family Life Assurance Company, Albany, New York, to all city employees and their families through payroll deductions for the period May 10, 2014 to May 10, 2017 at no cost to the city. Authorize the proper city officials to execute a renewal agreement with MetLife Resources of Fairfield, New Jersey, to make available to city employees a deferred compensation plan through payroll deductions for the period May 25, 2014 to May 24, 2017 at no direct cost to the city. Authorize the renewal of a third-year contract to Highway Service Corporation Elizabeth for the furnishing of police authorized towing and road services for the police department for the period of 1 year commencing June 12, 2014 through June 11, 2015, under the same terms and conditions as the current contract. Amend a resolution adopted December 18, 2012, authorizing the award of contract to Motorola Solutions, Inc. to provide communications equipment for the first responders of the city under the Motorola trumped radio system upgrade, specifically to include the new Motorola Solutions, Inc. state contract number 83909 to expire in 2018. Authorize the award of contract to 545 Morris Avenue, doing business as Tropicana Diner and Restaurant of Elizabeth, for the purchase of prisoners' meals for a period of 2 years, commencing May 24, 2014 through May 24, 2016, at a cost not to exceed $150,000. Authorizing award of a contract to Garden State Highway Products, Vineland, New Jersey, for the purchase of aluminum sign blanks for the Department of Public Works for the period May 1, 2014 through April 30, 2016, at a cost not to exceed $75,000. Authorize the award of contract to Garden State Highway Products, Lyman, New Jersey, for the purchase of reflective sheeting for the Department of Public Works for the period May 1, 2014 through April 30, 2015, at a cost not to exceed $75,000. Authorize the award of a contract to ESI Equipment, Horsham, Pennsylvania, for the purchase of police and homeland security equipment and supplies for the period May 1, 2014 through April 30, 2015, at a cost not to exceed $40,000. Authorize the award of a contract to T&M Associates, Middleton, New Jersey, to serve as the city's engineering consultant under the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant, to prepare and issue technical bid specifications, and to serve as the city's project manager through project completion for the period May 1, 2014 through April 30, 2015, at a cost not to exceed $290,000 unless further authorized by your honorable body. Authorize the award of the respective contracts to Mark Seeger, PhD, Millburn, New Jersey, and Betty C. McClendon, psychologist, to serve as psychologist for the police department for the period May 1, 2014 to April 30, 2015, and a cost not to exceed $30,000 per doctor unless further authorized by City Council.
Heard reading of the resolutions, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
They've been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan?
Aye.
Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Councilman Madden?
Aye.
President Corrigan?
Aye. All resolutions passed.
Authorize the award of contract to Stanley J. Real Estate Appraisal Associates, Columbia, New Jersey, to provide appraisal services for the property located at 601 Bond Street at a cost not to exceed $25,000 for the period May 1, 2014 to April 30, 2015. Authorize the award of a contract to John J. Riley, Esquire, Islin, New Jersey, to serve as condemnation counsel for the property located at 601 Bond Street at a cost not to exceed $75,000 for the period May 1, 2014 to April 30, 2015. Authorize the award of a contract to Harbor Consultants, Cranford, New Jersey, to provide professional planning and engineering services to the Planning and Zoning Boards and the Department of Planning and Community Development for the period May 1, 2014 through April 30, 2015, at a cost of $75,000. Authorize proper city officials to negotiate and execute a contract with Anlet Computer Services, Red Bank, New Jersey, for the purchase of the domain name www.elizabethpd.org and historical data in the amount of $5,000. Authorize the tax collector to credit senior citizen disability and/or veteran tax deductions for the tax year 2014 pursuant to a delineated list submitted April 30, 2014 in a total amount of $5,000. Authorize the tax collector to auction tax sales certificate numbers 2011, 2012, and 2013 for the Chem Control Corp site located at South Front Street at a minimum bid for the 3 certificates equaling $250,000 to be held on June 2, 2014. Authorize the award of a contract to Visiting Nurse and Health Services, Elizabeth, to administer senior health promotion risk reduction services for the period January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014, at a cost not to exceed $11,952 unless further authorized by City Council. Authorize the award of a contract to Visiting Nurse and Health Services, Elizabeth, to administer health educator services for the period January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014, at a cost not to exceed $10,840.50 unless further authorized by City Council. Authorize proper city officials to enter into an agreement with the American Red Cross for the use of city-owned facilities as emergency shelter during a disaster. Authorize proper city officials to execute all necessary documents to discharge a second mortgage held by the city on the property located at 158 First Street. Amend the resolution adopted October 22, 2013 with Rutgers Cooperative Extension 4-H program to provide an enriched learning environment for low, moderate, and specifically to extend the term of the contract to October 1st, 2014, to defray costs of part-time workers at the summer camp. Amend a resolution adopted May 28, 2013, authorizing the fiscal year 2014 Urban Enterprise Zone Administrative budget and anticipated UEZ assistance funds in the amount of $220,000 specifically to increase said budget and additional $50,000 due to operating expenses related to the Midtown parking garage.
Third reading of the resolution, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President, thank you. The first resolution, Mr. President, I'm happy to see that the city is moving forward and applying the property at 601 Bond Street. With the acquisition of this property, Mr. President, as you know, there's a big problem with flood condition in that area. We need to acquire this property so that we'll be able to attain and put like a water storage in that area. But we underground, of course, and hopefully prevent any continued flooding in the future. So this is one step in the right direction to prevent any flooding in that area. I'm happy to see that we're moving forward, and I can't wait till the final product is finished. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other comments? Councilman, I know that you've been working with the engineering department on trying to resolve that flooding problem on Trumbull Street, 7th and 6th. I'm glad that with your efforts, this project's going forward, and hopefully we'll be able to create, as the experts have represented, an underground storage basin for the floodwaters and hopefully alleviate any flooding in the future. So I commend you for your efforts in this regard. Roll call.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan? Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
President Gordon?
Aye. All resolutions passed.
Authorize the proper city officials to execute all the necessary documents for the Transportation Investment Generating Economic Recovery Grant administered by the United States Department of Transportation for the proposed reconstruction of 50 traffic signal systems at intersections throughout the community in an amount not to exceed $22,500,000. Establish liens for the removal of snow and ice from properties listed on Schedule A on file in the city clerk's office in the total amount of $1,137.92. Authorize the award of a contract to T&M Associates, Middleton, New Jersey, to provide environmental consulting engineering services for Veterans Memorial Waterfront Park at a cost not to exceed $108,550, with 90% of allowable construction costs to be reimbursed by FEMA. Authorize the award of a contract to T&M Associates, Middletown, New Jersey, to provide civil and environmental engineering on-call services on a time and material basis at a cost not to exceed $95,000 plus reimbursables. Amend the resolution adopted May 24, 2011, authorizing the award of a contract to Johnson, Miramaran, and Thompson, Inc. to provide professional engineering services in connection with road resurfacing and reconstruction in the amount of $94,800, specifically to provide further administration of the 2011 road resurfacing program Phase 3 at an additional cost not to exceed $13,000 to be paid from liquidated damages from the Defino contract for a total contract amount of $107,800. Authorize change order number 1 to the contract awarded to Tomco Construction, Inc. for the rehabilitation of the Veterans Memorial Waterfront Park at a cost of $3,421,386 to provide further for damages involving waterside riprap at the bulkhead wall at an additional cost of $124,736.29. Authorize the award of the contract to Hatchmont McDonald, Islay, New Jersey, to provide professional engineering services in connection with the construction phases of Hurricane Sandy and mitigation repairs to combined sewer overflow netting facilities, Trenton Avenue, Murkowski Road and the Tanner Park pump stations at a cost not to exceed $148,000. Establish handicap parking spaces in front of the premises located at 809 Adams Avenue, 615 Court Street, 611 Norwood Terrace, 636 Maple Avenue, 618 Myrtle Street. Delete the handicap parking space from in front of the premises located at 43 Orchard Street.
Heard the reading of the resolution, what is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Been moved and seconded, any comments?
Yes, Mr. President.
Councilman Torres.
I just want to say, construction at the waterfront is coming along great. If any of the city council hasn't had the opportunity, I encourage you to go down there. It's going to look awesome when the project's finished. And I'm just happy to see that FEMA's actually picking up 90% of it. So thank you for your support. And if you have an opportunity, please go down there and check it out.
Thank you, Councilman. Anybody else?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to commend the administration for the efforts that they're taking to apply for the Tiger Grant to try to get some of our traffic signals up to date on the second ward. I'm sure other wards in the city, they need to be updated. So if we can get just a piece of that money that's available, it would be great. But also to commend them for the effort that they're putting forward to repair the pumps throughout the city. It seems there are several that are going to be taken care of as a result of the contract that's being awarded for the professional engineering services. And I know, for example, at Madonna Park, the one there and the residents over on Summer Street and on South Fifth Street side, how much they depend on that pump. And I hate to see anything to go wrong with that pump, and to take these proactive steps to make whatever repairs may be necessary. It's going to be a benefit to certainly the residents in that area, and very much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilman Gonzalez. Anybody else? I also want to just echo a couple of comments. It was stated by one of the speakers how the administration has been, and this council has been working hard to make the city better over the years. And a prime example is what was referred to by some of the council members. The administration is aggressively trying to obtain a piece of the pie of the $22.5 million that is out there from the federal Department of Transportation money, so that we can use that money to better the intersection signal systems in our city. And it's a big, expensive invention, and if we can take advantage of this money that's out there from the federal government, and the administration is actively searching for it, we can service our constituents in our city and not hurt them by any additional tax monies. As far as the waterfront, one of the public came up asking what was going on. Obviously, he hasn't had a chance to go down to the waterfront. But Councilman Torres, I know that you have been working with the administration, with the Department of Engineering, and we've been able to use the federal emergency monies, FEMA monies to improve the waterfront, and we have right here in front of us some additional monies from that FEMA grant to continue to improve the waterfront. And for those of you at home who are interested, you're not going to be allowed to go onto the site because it is an active construction site. But you will see that the waterfront is being reconstructed to a modern stage. If you remember, our initial boardwalk was built in the 70s and 80s, and Hurricane Sandy made sure we knew that by ripping it apart with a bunch of toothpicks. But it's being reconstructed with modern technology, modern construction thoughts, and I'm hoping that with the efforts that the Councilman Torres has been putting forth, that soon we will all be able to enjoy that waterfront park again. Roll call, please.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Cook.
Aye, all resolutions passed.
Elizabeth Fire Department to donate or sell a fire safety house trailer to the Fire Department of Kenilworth for $1. Authorize settlement in the litigation matter of Pipetti's High-Grade Eggs Products versus City of Elizabeth et al. And Lionetti Associates Petroleum, trading as Lorco Petroleum Services versus City of Elizabeth et al. Permit the Elizabeth Avenue Partnership, Elizabeth, to conduct 4 sidewalk sales on Elizabeth Avenue to be held on May 15 through the 17th, June 12 through the 14th, August 21st through the 23rd, and September 25th through 27th, with rain dates of May 22nd through the 24th, June 19th through the 21st, August 28th through the 30th, and October 2nd through the 4th of 2014.
Heard a reading of the resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments?
Yes, Mr. President.
Councilman Gollman.
Mr. President, last year at the City Council, we had this long litigation that we had been encountered for many years. Against the Petty, High-Grade Egg, Lodco, and we held strong because our main goal was to make sure that we got the best value from folks when we was in the litigation. I just want to congratulate the City Council for the whole set, Tony Zangaro and others that was involved. We was able to come away with a decent amount of money that we could offset and not raise our taxes on our citizens. That was our main goal. Anytime we have any type of litigation, you always like to get more. But we was able to come away with enough to offset some taxes without a tax increase per resident. And I'm very proud of that. I think it's the right move, right way to go. Hard work, any type of negotiation with attorneys, actually back and forth. I don't have to tell you, Mr. President, because you're an attorney yourself. So, like I said, wish could have got more, but I think he was able to hold out enough. And so people always have a tendency to accuse us of raising taxes. He was able to not do this in the last year, and I think next time we might get a little bump up in 2015 if we're correct on that. So I want to just thank the administration for doing a good job, especially the city attorneys, Mrs. Zangaro, and others that were involved. But also, we as City Council here doing the right thing for our citizens here in Elizabeth. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else?
Mr. President,
Councilman
I'd
Gonzalez.
just like to echo the sentiments of my colleague of the Fifth Ward and the tremendous job that the administration, and particularly the law department and our chief financial officer, as my colleague mentioned, in settling this matter, despite after several years of litigation, and coming away with what I think is a very fair and beneficial settlement to the residents here of the City of Elizabeth. And as was noted, with no increases to our residential customers here in the City of Elizabeth. So my hats off to them, and congratulations, and support of this settlement. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else? I just wanted to follow up with that. There's a lot of people out there just running for office, putting fear into everybody's minds, but the law department and our chief financial officer, by settling this litigation that had been going on for 4 years, were able to recoup a significant amount of money that will plug the hole that the sewer budget had. And as a result, the naysayers out there in the City of Elizabeth who are always stating that there's going to be increases, we were able to avoid a significant sewer increases here. And like we stated, I want to thank the law department, especially Mr. Holzapfel and Tony Zangaro for putting the great settlement together. And I want to thank the City Council. We took, especially board members, board councilmen that are here and at large, we took the position that we're not going to have a sewer increase in the city this some influence in. And because of this council's position, and because of the administration's position of not looking to raise any sewer rates, this litigation matter was settled and we accomplished what we wanted to do. So I want to thank the administration, I want to thank the law department and the city council for you guys sticking to your guns. And as a result, the city residential property owners are not going to see any sewer increase in their bill in 2014. So congratulations to you. Roll call, please.
Councilman Torres?
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilman Keenan? Councilman Gollman?
Aye.
Councilman Mazza?
Aye.
President Grover?
Aye, all resolutions passed. Two things I want to announce before we go into the commendations. Saturday, May 17th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Elizabeth Waterfront Soccer Fields. The city is hosting, with the help of Councilman Torres and the mayor, the city is hosting the Red Bulls professional soccer team representatives who will be there helping with a healthy Get Fit event. For all the young people in the city of Elizabeth who are interested, please come down to the waterfront on Saturday, May 17th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And get to meet some of the players for the Red Bulls professional soccer team. Also on Sunday, May 18th, the Cuban Club Cubano of Elizabeth is going to be hosting their Cuban Day Parade down Elizabeth Avenue, starting at Union Square and I believe going down Elizabeth Avenue with the parade. So two big events coming on this weekend. We also have on Sunday morning our Tour de Elizabeth, which is the bike tour, which registration starts at 7:30 in the morning in front of St. Paul. It's supposed to be a great day. Last year we had over 300 bicyclists, and we're hoping that will increase this year. A lot of things going on this weekend in the city of Elizabeth. We're now going to move on to commendations. Earlier this night, we presented Diane Leverett Dooley and Thelma Williams with commendations for their efforts with the multiple sclerosis walk. Councilman Torres, thank you for that. We also have a commendation for the Puerto Rican Society of Elizabeth. We've had a commendation presented to Ann Evans Estabrook. We have a commendation for firefighter Sean Horton, firefighter Patrick Workus, firefighter Brian Lynn, firefighter Salvatore Loretto, Detective Raymond Smith of the Police Department, Deputy Chief Donald Peterson of the Fire Department, and Captain Steve McGonigal, also of the Fire Department. These uniformed services individuals were awarded the $200 award on Friday, and we will have them before us in the next couple of weeks to present them with our commendations for their outstanding efforts. Are there any other commendations? Memorials, we have a memorial for Charles Young Taylor, Rose Nigro, Rocky Netta, and Nancy A. DeMarco. Any other memorials?
Yes, Mr. President. Mrs. Latoya Oaks. Yolanda, give her the information.
Repeat the name, sir.
Latoya Oaks.
Any others? This time I'm asking everyone to please rise for motion to adjourn.